Hey guys, it's Rick Fletching. Hopefully I'm in frame. I had so many people asking me about this pinky release, the pinky strop, I think, and everyone's wanting to buy them. I don't sell them. No one's selling them commercially right now. But I think I should show you maybe more detail how this is made. And then from there, you guys can make your own. And if, I don't think I'm going to make them for the public. I think that's too much. I work a full-time job, but let me show you the details and then I'll shoot a series of bows with them and show you how that works. All right, guys, so this is the pinky strop. So what happens is there's a loop here and your pinky goes right in here, okay? Just like this. Lays in your hand, okay? So you can flip it out of your way, climbing trees or whatever, handling your bow, whatever you need to do. If it works with a glove, anything like that, okay? Now the construction of this, it's got one rivet holding it, all the pieces of leather. It's just, a continuous piece of leather, but the way it's rolled over, I'll go over that with you. And to size it, whenever it's finished, it's going to be going across your palm. So you want it to be about 5/8 wider than your palm, because what's going to happen is whenever you get this thing completed, been shooting, it's going to sit in your hand like this. This 2 loops of leather, okay? There's a short loop and a long loop. Right? That's to give you a little more meat to grab when it's folded over, and also to keep it from tearing it up, shooting the string. If you use too thin of leather, or if you don't do multiple straps, it will rip the leather apart. But this way, whenever it releases and it flips up, there is just no resistance. So you have one short side, which gives it a very clean release. The long side, when it's folded over, if you notice, they're the same length. And then your string is in this loop and you pinch it like this. Then you have this knuckle that sticks out, which gives you a great anchor point. So it's very duplicatable, and I hope that's showing up just like that. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate that. Got a little short bow here. Here's a little Asiatic bow, and I'll demonstrate that. So your string, it would go just below your arrow, just like that. Flips around, you grab it, and you draw it back. Okay? And to fire it, you just let go of the thumb, and it is a very clean release. All right. And the long bow, all of them obviously are going to be the same, but just demonstrating it with different style bows. Same thing, just flips over. And it won't hurt my bows. I know you guys go crazy. I have drive fired these things so many times, and that was just a short draw. I have to do that in all the testing of these bows, so it will not hurt them. So anyway, I thought I would fire it a couple of times, let you guys see it shoot. I'll just get here, and then I'll tell you what, I can probably get the camera over here out of the way better, and then you can still see it shoot. And then I'll roll it around and show you from a different angle. Okay? So anyway, shooting this is a 580 grain arrow. I shoot turbo nocks. I don't know if you guys know about turbo nocks, but they're pretty nice. I really enjoy shooting them. You can't purchase them anymore, but you might find someone that has a bunch of them. you know, willing to sell them. See how that knuckle just gives you such a great little anchor point. Yikes, I gotta spread those out a little bit. I want to start breaking arrows. That is one thing with the strop. There's no paradox and they come straight off the bow, so you will break arrows. All right, I'll go grab those. And I think you probably, you probably gain a little bit of speed, just not that it would do anything other than maybe give you a cleaner release. A lot of times, you know, when you're finger shooting and you've got a, let's say a 3-finger release, but it's the same glove or whatever, and you grab that string and you draw it back, well, you know, next thing you know, you're letting it creep out and then it goes. With the strop, pinky strop, there's no creep. It's the exact same every time, which helps in duplicating those shots. Then I'll shoot 3-finger under, let you hear this one. My target's so compacted, and threw that arrow back out. Shoot a little bit higher, maybe it'll stay in there. Yep, they'll stay that way. All right, I'll go grab those. And I'll show you. I'll put the camera back behind me. Excuse my basement, guys. It's a shambles down here. Been goofing off quite a bit, so. All right, hopefully that is gonna show up everything there, guys. Let's see. I think I'll just shoot this little 52-inch recurve. Been having a lot of fun with it lately, and I'll try to tell you what, I'll get in front here a little bit. Hopefully that shows up. It's kind of closer, but I'll try from some different angles for you. So you just reach over, grab around the string. I'll do it from here. I think that would work good. Draw it back, let it fly. Get some arrows in here. The pinky strop. It's such a cool little deal. I should probably pick a spot. You see the center of that target? I've shot it out so bad. There, that way it don't. You can see, I mean, you can put them just dead on. You'll find out when you start doing this, I mean, you can Robin Hood. You see, I spread them out and then put another one, not hit it. So it's kind of crazy. You don't realize how much interference or how much of a problem you impart into your bow when you shoot with fingers until you're not shooting with fingers. So let's take this back out of the mix one more time. I'll grab a 3-finger under. So hopefully this shows up, guys. So a 3-finger under, you grab under the arrow. maybe I'll shoot a glove next for you. So, of course, I'm used to shooting this. Let's grab a glove. I think I got a few more arrows here. All right, and tell you what, I've got another strop here. It might be a little easier for you guys to make. Let me show you this one. So this is a little more basic of a design, other than it has this little butt plate. Okay. So this one is basically just like it looks. It's one piece of leather flipped over with a rivet through it, right? Let me show you how this works. This one here, just like this. You flip it over and you pinch it. You still got this whole area here you can anchor with. Same thing. I'll shoot this one for you. Let you see this. This is kind of a neat one. All right. Let's have a little bit of fun here. As you can see, I mean, it literally, well, even, I'll tell you what to do. As you can see, let me take this off. If you guys will look, I was standing in the same place. If you'll look at those arrows, if you'll notice the ones that come off from the strop, that last shot, they're just straight in. The ones I shot fingers, they are a little bit canted, not much. But at this 10 yards, it didn't have time to make the correction quite as well as shooting with a strop. That's just for an example of how it brings that arrow off that bow so straight. And the penetration was a little better. What that could be, I chose to shoot a little higher where it hasn't been shot much. So we probably shouldn't count that, but something different. If you're like me and you've been doing it for like 3 decades, it's always fun to try something different because, you know, doing the same thing all the time. All right, and we'll shoot a glove. This is a 1/2 under. I mean, you can shoot 3-finger also. I do with a glove also. The glove, it's a little thick. Doesn't quite have the feel. Like when you're building your own tabs, you can make them as thin as you want, the materials you want. You can kind of, which I've got several around here I've made, you kind of find out what you like. And then you can just kind of go from that. Where the gloves, I don't make my own gloves, and they're a little numb feeling, I guess you'd say. But let's shoot a couple. So just a 1/2 under. I do find, you know, the 1/2 under is a little quieter than 3 under. It's probably how the string motion is, the release. It's probably more even. The strop is probably the quietest. One more, I think we'll call it good. I know you guys were requesting this, so I tried to. Same thing. They're all touching. It doesn't matter to me. I can shoot 1 over, 2 under, 3 under. I can shoot a strop. I can shoot bare finger. It doesn't matter really. And you guys that's been shooting for a long time, you know what I mean. You know your bow, and it just has a different feel. Once you've shot a couple of times, you know that feel. And when you walk up to the line, that's just what happens. You know you're deer hunting, and you don't know how far, I mean, unless you carry a rangefinder, which I do have one, I don't use it. Maybe sometimes I'll take it with me and range out a few items, but that really doesn't matter anything to an instinctive shooter. all we do when that animal comes up is, you know, you're usually just trying to keep from getting busted, draw, and let it go. So our brain's doing all that calculating anyway. And it's the same thing with shooting styles. It might be different for a little bit, but pretty soon your body figures out, oh yeah, this shoots a little high left or high right or low left or whatever the case may be. And your brain will just start making those adjustments on the fly. And next thing you know, all of your arrows are just slammed together. And that's just part of the beauty of shooting. And I was going to mention trick shooting. As you guys know, my nephew is a really awesome trick shooter, 16 years old. He can shoot an aspirin out of the air. He can shoot clay pigeons behind his back with the black swan. He's amazing, right? But he doesn't do very good at 3D or target shooting. It's because when you're doing trick shooting, that's that primitive part of the brain just firing. The Lord made you in a way that you can kill critters and eat them. You know, you're carrying that bow, a bird jump up, you can knock him out of the air. But it's funny, you sit there and you have that same bird-sized target and you draw back and you hold. Next thing you know, you get to moving and wobbling and second guessing yourself. And that's why you see Howard Hill and some of those guys, man, and I'm not a snap shooter, I'm not a true snap shooter at all, but you'll see those guys, they just swack and it's just perfect. I think they're kind of working a little bit off that, just the way the Lord made you, that primitive way. Your brain's doing all that calculating so fast. All right, guys, that's a whole nother topic. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that's helpful to you for you guys who want to make one of those strops.